Okay, wrapping things up here. Again, thank you for coming back. This is Bob. We're going to talk about point 8 in the two witnesses who are Enoch and Elijah, Moses. And we're going to talk about the Mount of Transfiguration. This is a point that a lot of Moses supporters talk about. And I want to talk about something that most people never mention about what happened on this Mount of Transfiguration. And that is that we have Moses and we have Elijah and we have Jesus. Now, if you think about it, Moses is dead and Elijah is not dead. He's still alive. So we have one person who's dead and one person who's still alive. Now, there is a lot said in the gospel accounts of the Transfiguration about what Jesus looks like. It talks about his white robe. It talks about his white raiment, his glorified nature. But did you know that in the three gospel accounts of this story, there is not one word mentioned about what Elijah or Moses were wearing? Not one word. And I personally believe that there was a reason for this. Moses was probably also with his white raiment because he was dead and he was in heaven. But Elijah was not in his white raiment. And we talked about that before. So what Peter and the rest, the other two disciples saw was probably a little confusing to see Jesus and Moses in white raiment, but the other person, Elijah, not in white raiment. And if you know the scriptures, you know that God is not the author of confusion. And for this reason, as I said, there's not one word mentioned about what Moses and Elijah were wearing. And I personally believe that had there been a mention as to what they were wearing, I like the term that God did not want to give us too much information. And had he given us the description of Moses and Elijah together with Jesus on the Mount of Transfiguration, it would have been too much information. From that description, we probably could have figured out some things that God did not want us to figure out at this time. And because of that, I find it interesting that there's not one word mentioned about what Moses and Elijah look like. And that's my point 8.